Dear students, welcome to Cyber Jagrukta Diwas. In today's episode of Cyber Jagrukta, we would focus upon what is cybercrime and make us aware about what are the various forms of cybercrime. So let us begin and educate ourselves about this. So we have phishing. Yes, you have heard it correct. It is just like fishing, where a bait is thrown to catch a fish in a pond. A cyber criminal throws a bait to attract victims of this crime through various email links, fake website directions, etc., to which a victim logs in and get into their trap. Next is identity theft, which is a major concern nowadays. It happens when somebody steals the banking credentials, passwords, usernames, credit card, etc. of other legitimate users and pose as them to get an entry into the financial systems like banks and get benefited. Let us now talk about cyber stalking. Stalking in real life is when someone follows you or someone else against his or her wishes, leading to the episode of harassment of various types. Similarly, a malicious user in disguise may follow someone on internet and can harass them to an extent that even the victim can suicide. Then comes cyber obscenity. Cyber obscenity is something which is related to obscene and bad contents available on the internet, which may have malicious viruses hidden around them, which then affects the victims when the victim visits such a website. Let's talk about cyber vandalism. The dictionary meaning of vandalism is destruction of someone else's property through an act of forced entry. Similarly, there are various opportunistic cyber criminals which are sitting around in the cyberspace who are looking for an opportunity to get an unauthorized access to your computer or mobile systems and then corrupt them. Last but not the least is the ransomware. Ransomware is an extension of cyber vandalism where a criminal or cyber criminal or a hacker hacks illegally into someone else's computer and plants a malicious software named as ransomware. This software encrypts or hides all the files present in the user's system and make him unable to access his own computer's file. The file system is restored by the criminals only when the user gives them ransom amount or the services which they request. So now let us see what our students know about these cyber crimes.
Today's my topic is identity theft. Here are some real life examples of identity theft. PayPal is one of the most popular payment method. However, that also mean it is a magnet for many scammers and hackers. An 82 years old woman, Nancy, was a victim of an identity theft. She got an email from a hacker that represent himself a PayPal support. He made a similar email account and asked for some personal data. Definition of identity theft is the crime of obtaining the personal and financial information of another person to use their identity to commit fraud, such as making unauthorized transactions and purchase. Identity theft is committed in many different ways, and its victims are typically left with damage to their credit, finance, and reputations. Here are steps you can keep to prevent yourself from identity theft. Store documents that have your personal information, including financial documents, social security, Medicare, and credit cards, in safe place at home and at work. Don't share your personal, financial, or health plan information over the phone, through the mail, or over the internet unless you have a trust relationship. Use only one credit card for your online purchase. Don't use a debit card. Pick your mail promptly and use a secure mailbox. Thank you.
What is cyber stalking? Cyberstalking is a crime in which someone harasses or stalks a victim using electronic or digital means such as social media, email, instant messaging, that is IM, or messages posted to a discussion group or forum. So here comes a topic that how can we prevent cyberstalking? When it comes to preventing cyberstalking, it is important that you take the necessary precautions to protect yourself online. Although it's not possible to completely prevent cyberstalking from occurring, there are steps you can take to increase your security and reduce the likelihood of the happening. Then you should set a reminder on your phone to regularly change your passwords. Choose password that would be difficult to guess but are easy for you to remember. Be sure to point to be sure to log out every time. It may seem like a pain, but make sure you log out of email, social media accounts, and other online accounts after using it. This way, if someone were able to get by this way, if someone were able to get into your device, they would not have easy access to your accounts. Point 3, keep track of your devices. Don't leave your phone sitting on your desk at work or walk away from an open laptop. It only takes a minute or two for someone to close it, right? It only takes a minute or two for someone to install a tracking device or hack your device. So make sure you keep these things in your possession or that you secure them in some way.
In this growing era of cyberspace, cybercrime is also being committed in various forms like hacking, cyberstalking, cyber defamation, etc. Cyber obscenity is one of them. Basically, obscenity means sexual act or language which shocks people or offends them. When obscenity is committed via the internet, it is termed as cyber obscenity. Legally, cyber obscenity is also termed as pornography. According to the Honorable Supreme Court of India, obscenity has a tendency to deprave and corrupt those whose minds are open to such immoral influence. In India, the first case of cyberstalking was reported in the year 2000, wherein the crime branch arrested a 30-year-old software engineer for harassing a woman by chat on internet. He used obscene and obnoxious language and distributed her residence phone number, inviting people to chat with her on the phone. Cyber obscenity is not just restricted to women as its victims, but children have also become a part and parcel of it, either as culprits or as victims. In Delhi, a school student was teased by his classmates for having a pokemark face. He was tired of the cruel jokes, so he decided to get back at his tormentors and scanned photographs of his classmates and teachers, morphed them with nude photographs, and put them on the website that he uploaded onto a free web hosting service. Wondering how we can prevent it? Use strong passwords, secure your computer, block spyware attacks, secure your mobile devices, secure your wireless network, and protect your e-identity. Just remember, our safety is in our hands. Stay alert. Precautions are always better than cure. There are many laws regarding cybercrimes. But still, wouldn't it be better just to avoid them?
Hello, this is Sneha from class 12. I'm gonna speak on the topic of ransomware. So firstly, let's discuss about a live example of ransomware. Tesla Crypt 2015. Like other types of ransomware, Tesla Crypt has several versions, but the attacks of this one became famous because in the beginning it infected game files, blocking maps and user profiles. For example, we are talking about games like Call of Duty, Minecraft and Warcraft. The evolved version of Tesla were able to encrypt other files such as PDF, Word, for example. In any cases, the victim was forced to be pay at least USD of 250 to release the files. There are cases where the hijacker required USD 500 per machine. Now let's come to the definition of ransomware. Ransomware is a type of malicious software that threatens to publish or blocks access to data or computer system, usually by encrypting it until the victim pays a ransom fee to the attacker. Now let us discuss some points how we can prevent ransomware. Point number 1, do not pay ransom. Point number 2, restore any impacted files from a known good backup. Point number 3, do not provide personal information when answering an email, phone call, text messages or instant messages. Point number 4, use reputable antivirus software and firewall. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. Myself Rajesh Kundu from class 12th Commerce. I am here to represent a speech on phishing. How you can save yourself from phishing. First of all, when we come to a live example, phishing email from Netflix that says your account has been suspended. This is a live example which happens when your Netflix account has been hacked by phishing. The second is, what is phishing? Phishing attacks are the practice of sending fraudulent communications that appear to come from a reputable source. It is usually done through emails. The goal is to steal sensitive data like credit card and login information, or to install malware on the victim's machine. Third, to prevent phishing attacks. Number 1, how to prevent phishing attacks. Know what a phishing scam looks like. Number 2, don't click on that link. Number 3, get free anti-phishing ads on. Number 4, don't give your information to an unsecured site. Number 4, reset password regularly. Number 6, don't ignore those updates. Number 7, install firewalls. Number 8, don't be tempted by those pop-ups. Thank you.